doesn't take a genius to see that things haven't quite worked out for the Green Bay Packers in terms of their wide receiver play. Christian Watson's taking a little bit of time to kind of develop. Obviously, a huge jump coming up from North Dakota State, and then also you've got Romeo. Is it Doubs, Dobbs, whatever? Romeo D. He's a bad man. He's going to be a really good player for you, but seems to kind of be taking a little bit of a backseat over these last couple of games. And it's just going to take time for rookie wide receivers. We understand all that, but what are moves that the Packers can make right now to be able to help out Aaron Rodgers and company? I think there are a few of them. Absolutely. I think that the Packers are a very good team still. I think you just got to give them a little bit of help. Now, how do you do that in kind of a discount way? Because I think the Packers have something like $7 million in cap space, so not a ton. But I think that there's a couple options that the Packers could look at, including trading for 3 wide receivers. Well, 2 trades and a signing. Take it, for example. So we'll start off with free agent number 1, or player number 1, free agent Smith-Marsette for the Packers. I think they absolutely need to go get him. Just got released by the Bears, spent time with the Vikings. Honestly, Smith-Marsette is a stud. I know these last couple of weeks with the Bears hasn't been great. In fact, it's probably been a really rough week for Smith-Marsette. Really want to give him some love right now. But overall, he has the ability to be a very good football player in this league still. Rookie year, came out and caught 5 passes for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both touchdowns of which, by the way, against the Bears, who just released him. But it is what it is. Did have that 15-yard catch against the Vikings. Also did fumble the game away there at the end there, but it is what it is. But why does Smith-Marsette make a lot of sense? So first off, he's going to be cheap. You don't have to go out and spend $10 million on him. Obviously, you could probably sign him for the veterans minimum or a very minimal contract. And I think he could be a guy that with good quarterback play, even with you saw what he did with Kirk Cousins, and he was behind Justin Jefferson, he was behind Adam Thielen, he was behind Dalvin Cook, who's going to get the ball a lot. And obviously, yes, with the Bears and Justin Fields, they're still getting the passing game going. But with a good quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, Smith-Marsette could be somebody that makes a lot of sense because he can stretch the field. He's got some great moves. I think honestly he could be a 40 catch type player for the Packers this season and really start to develop and continue to get better. I think it's a no-brainer if you ask me. He's cheap, would be a good player, and I think he would make a lot of sense. Now, wide receiver number 2 that you think you should trade for, Giants wide receiver Kadarius Toney. Now, Kadarius Toney, former first-round pick and former first-round pick in 2020, 2021. I got to get my stuff together. But in my mind, I think that there's still a lot left to work here with Kadarius Toney. 2021 first-round draft pick, like we mentioned, 39 catches for 420 yards in his rookie year. Only has 2 catches this year. Not great. It has been kind of a mess in that Giants wide receiver room. I don't know exactly what's kind of going on there, but I do know that Kadarius Toney is a bad man. I think that he could definitely be put into the Packers offense and do a lot of different things for you in terms of stretching the field, being that Randall Cobb-esque type of wide receiver. I think he does have Randall Cobb written all over him when you consider the fact that he's elusive, he's got good hands, I think he can do a lot of good things for you in terms of going up to get the football as well. So I think it would make a lot of sense. Now the question again, what would it take? With a guy like Kadarius Toney, I would say at least a second round pick, and I do think that it is a little bit of a risk. Like I said, he's been injured, has not gotten on the field a lot this year, only caught 2 passes this year so far. Does come with a little bit of a risk, but I think it could be worth the reward, or it could be worth the risk for the potential reward that you could get for a guy like Kadarius Toney. Like I said, a field stretching guy, can go up and get the football, good hands, good route runner. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I don't think a second round pick is out of the realm of possibility, especially with the Packers showing at least the reservations of drafting a wide receiver in the first round. So I think it could be something that you look at, and you still get him on his rookie contract, which is nice as well. And then wide receiver number 3, Jets wide receiver Denzel Mims. Denzel Mims, to me, was going to be an absolute animal coming up, out of Baylor. Had two 1,000-yard seasons while he was at Baylor, and honestly, he's a stud. I think that he hasn't really gotten the time of day with the Jets. Obviously, they drafted Garrett Wilson. And there's a lot of other talent around them as well. Breece Hall, Zach Wilson is still kind of getting his foot about him as well. So as you see here, 23 catches for 357 yards in his rookie year, 8 catches for $133 this year so far. Really is a field stretching guy. I think he would add definitely add a different different element to this offense. And I think that moving forward, he should definitely be a player that the Packers consider because he's got the size, he's got the speed. Honestly, it's just been the quarterback play that's been lacking. And again, he's behind a lot of good wide receivers like Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson, like we touched on. Braxton Berrios is going to get his. So, I think at the end of the day, when you take a look at, what Denzel Mims can do for you in terms of a speed perspective, go up and get the football perspective, he's got good hands. I think he would make a lot of sense, and I don't think you'd have to give up a lot for him. I think you could give up maybe a third or fourth round pick and bring him in, and he could be an immediate contributor for the Packers and really find a place there in Green Bay. I'm just having my, there we go. Okay, but that said, let us know what you guys think about the 3 wide receivers that we think the Packers could trade/sign for. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below, leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the 3 wide receivers 3 wide receivers that you could trade/sign for the Green Bay Packers.